So, I'm going to talk about something before I do anything, and I'm blessing this whole stream from the start in the name of Archangel Michael. I have done a ritual with Michael already. I'm going to do something different. What we're about to get into is something that I had like a whole thing I had to do, and I didn't do this beforehand, but I need to do this, so excuse me while I do this real quick. But I felt like I had to do it live for evidence, not only for spiritual court, but for God and those who are in this chat to be the witness as well. So I'm gonna just do that. The energy is just really weird because I'm unable to. There is some. Okay, hold on. Let's try this against here without any blockages. There's something blocking this. Okay. One more time, Spirit. Alright, good. We got it. Okay. Oh, fuck. I thought so. So before I begin this, I ask that Gabriel come down and bless this stream to destroy any negative energy and to give me divine revelations for the collective. I ask that RIL come down and so I can discover these hidden treasures, reveal the secrets of nature, and have so my perception can be clean. I ask that Luaya come down to give me revelation, to protect me from any sadness, any grief that I may be feel during this message, and for these dream messages that need to come out fully. I call upon Rael to liberate me from any energy, from any enemy, both visible and invisible. And I call on Malachi to heal me through this weapon, to protect me from all weapons, and for me to have this message come out safely and fluently. I did feel called to do that heavily before I did this, because we were about to dig into something deep. And on top of that, I am making probably one of the most important videos, readings that I've ever made in this point, up to this point. It is probably going to be around 3 to 4 hours long. There is something. Okay, backpack, you need to chill. Don't be making those noises. Come on. But there are things that need to come out that just have not come out, that every reader has like speculated on, and I'm being told to talk about it in a deeper level. But right now we're gonna just focus on the chakras and the mental magic, even the oh God. People are like hypnotism. There we go, thank you, Spirit. There has been a lot of hypnotist work done on a lot of people. And they don't know it. So, already? Okay. So I'm getting called because the one that's behind the hypnotism is this divine masculine. I have to break that out. This, not divine masculine, this distorted masculine, I should say, is behind all of this, behind the energy draining, behind having this other woman, these people attack you. They've been hiding in the shadows. And on the split, we even have the moon, which is the Lord of Flies. The masculine is the main vessel. Even if this is a woman that you've not in a relationship with, it is their energy of being masculine. They are the one in charge. They are the one, like, oh God, okay, already? Fuck. Okay, Spirit. Yep, I fucking called it. I knew it before I even got in this shit. That's why the devil is definitely involved. Okay, let's just get over this. Let's start with this. The hypnotism was supposed to be a sacrifice for you, divine feminine, or divine masculine. Take it as it resonates. I'm not here to spread too much. You're in feminine energy though. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, Temperance, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, Four of Wands. Six of Swords is in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. So again, just three witches. There are three people involved. But this masculine, there's a fourth person. There's a fourth person that's hidden. They don't want to be seen. God, Lord Michael, I ask that you protect me, my ears, from any sort of music coming through, for it will distract me from this message. Allow me to be deafened to the sounds on the outside. But they have four people. This is the masculine that wants you to reconcile, but they need you to reconcile. That's how it is on the contract. And I know all of you are gonna be like, oh, I don't want to reconcile anyway. That's not the point I'm trying to get across. This is what entities are attached to this masculine, what they want this masculine to do. This masculine has been tempted to steal from you constantly. This is why they keep doing love magic on you. This is why they keep getting people to attack you, the gang stalkings, the break-ins of your house. It's all because of this masculine figure. Again, this could be a female that's in masculine energy, but they're showing up as a masculine in my energy because they are the one in charge. We have the devil out here. You were supposed to be a sacrifice. There is, and this is where the manipulation comes in. They want you to feel like you're bound to them. This masculine figure wants you to believe that you are in some sort of contract with them still. You've already cut, the contract's over. It's mental magic that they're using. Because their life is off worse than ever before. Not only did they get off of their spiritual throne, but they tried to give someone else, a mortal, for just words I gotta get out, a mortal. They tried to give a mortal access to your spiritual throne through your contract. And this is the second faulty contract that I talked about before. They were trying to forge and sign a spiritual contract in the courts saying, oh, so-and-so doesn't find out about their spiritual throne, then I'll give it to them. I'll give it to my karmic. Because it's not only with spiritual courts, there's courts in the underworld as well. And the contract in the underworld was if you were the sacrifice, if you ended up dying before you found out that you were an earth angel, before you found out who you are, or like went on your spiritual path or on your throne, this karmic would be able to just take everything, all the essence of your energy, and just have your life, because you wouldn't be there to live. They would go to your grave on a full moon, which is why the last full moon magic spells, they didn't work, because they formed it on the full moon, not the new moon, because it wouldn't need to be a new cycle. It would just need to be a transfer over, a completion. So they needed you on a full moon to pass away. Something about October, November, around that era. And a 7-year contract. This 7-year contract has been passed on not only from your family, but your family, like someone in your family. I'm getting a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, even a sister or a father, told, or even a mother may have told this person, your distorted masculine, about this contract that they had with you. God, this is so much. We're gonna get so deep. So I hope you can keep along. We're gonna get deeper than I've got before, because I'm about to tell like the backstories of like a few people right now. I'm not gonna get into zodiac signs. Don't ask me about signs. Just take what resonates, because I do not have the energy for all of this. I can just tell you that right now. But this distorted feminine, this karmic feminine, this mortal, ended up selling their soul with this masculine along the line somewhere. When you just weren't around, they ended up, thank you, Spirit, the blood rituals, and they ended up selling their soul and intertwining themselves. So whatever karma one did to you, the other one is what the other one gets. Confirmation with that fire truck. Thank you, Spirit. But they were trying to put you back in an old cycle of thinking so that you wouldn't press forward, so that you would stay in the past, and just your past would cycle down. So let's just say, for instance, Spirit's given me like 8 to 13 years of depression that you went through and you healed from. That was going to double. I'm getting stressed out. Come on, calm down, vessel. You're good. But you were supposed to be within that cycle for 10 more years. It was going to be doubled, or 10 years. For some it was doubled, for some, or for others it was 10 years. I'm getting both of those. But that was supposed to happen, and then in the next lifetime, they were going to pop up again as the same entities that followed you this lifetime to do it again. This is their whole running gag and joke. This is why a lot of entities from your family have been attached to these people as well. Of course, a lot of us know, and if you don't know, I'm here to bust this bubble to you, that we were chosen pre-birth by the devil to be tortured, so we wouldn't get on the spiritual throne. And if you don't know how they work with the devil and God, the devil has just as much privilege as God does. The devil can make a call just as God can make a call. It's up to you and your free will of which call you pick up on. Something about a 13-year cycle, or when you were 13 years old, you picked up the devil's call, not knowing it was the devil, and you ended up in a 7-year cycle. I'm getting that this happened twice in a row, back to back. And on this third time, God made it prevalent that they were the one calling this time. Like, hey, you pick, like, you're not supposed to be here. This is your last warning. Yeah, confirmation with those fire trucks again. Thank you, Spirit. But this was like your third warning. And you answered the call of God. And through that, you had to go. The only way you would have been purified is going through the story of Job, which was gaining everything that you wanted and then having all those things stripped away. Oh, you wanted love. You wanted to have fulfilling friends. You wanted to go out and see certain things. You wanted to live a life of luxury and joy. Well, you got those, but then God stripped those away from you and was like, can you trust me to give these back to you? You seen what you were capable of and capable of enjoying. You're seeing what you're capable of having. But these people around you answer to the call of devil. Can you, by yourself, pick yourself up knowing that I'm still with you? When that was your test. What the devil's offer was, yeah, you can pick yourself up by yourself, or you could come along with us and, we have all of us around, and you have all these people, you'd have all these husks. You would join the husk. You would lose your soul. You were supposed to be the sacrifice. You chose the route of God. And when you answer the call, whether it's for the devil or God, it is known. It is an energetic shift within you, which is why a lot of people, when you grow up, oh, I'm just trying to find my charger. I don't want that to fall over. Because I'm going to need to charge my phone up too. My phone's going to fucking like explode and die during this reading, I can just tell you. But they, everyone around you knows, even if they're unawakened or not, it is an energetic shift. You may have experienced people just avoiding you a lot in the past, bullying you, making fun of you. That was the devil's energy latching on the energies around you who were also either not awake or chose the devil's path, and that was the devil mocking you. Because when the devil has control of you, though you may keep your soul, if you don't sell your soul, you still keep your soul, but you're humiliated and mocked for until the contract is up. And for a lot of us, it's 7-year contracts. That like, what is it? It's 6 years. It's 6 years. It's a 6-year contract. But there was an extra year added on for some reason. Why was the extra year added on? I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig it. I'll get it. I'll figure that out soon. But it's a 6-year contract because 6 is the number of devil, 5 is the number of man, and 7 is the number of God. But there was a year added on. I assume that year was like a reflection year. So there was, yeah, that's what thank you, Spirit, exactly, thank you, we're getting it. But you had like a year break in between these 6 years. So within like 6 years, think back, God, man. For some of you, the past 24 years, the rest of y'all like 13 years, think back to that 1 year that everything was like normal or like just stagnant, but like better than any other year. That was your year to fix up. That was your year to shape up and then choose God. And then the call happened again. You weren't awakened to that call, but you ended up passing some sort of small tests of like, oh, you stood up to so-and-so, but you came off too aggressive. So though you passed the test, we still have to punish you for being harsh, for saying choice words towards another subject. Subject? Okay. Anyway, but you may have even noticed like during that year of coming back up, people allowed you into their energies again. That was because you no longer were bound by the devil. And the devil makes one isolated. The devil makes one depressed. The devil presses himself onto you. The devil wants control. Meanwhile, in this new energy where we chose the call of God, we passed the story of Job, obviously. We had everything ripped away and we're getting everything back, either through the act of self-love or external love, regardless the whatever efforts we put into and ourself during this era of Job has come back to us. I keep looking at you. Why am I keep looking at you? Why you keep drawing me in? What do you have to say? So, yeah, okay, thank you, Spirit. Someone wanted you. Anyway, I need to continue on the devil because I'm not even finished with that yet. This card's fucking telling me too much. But they wanted you to feel like your life was never going to get better. And that's why I keep looking at you, because you're next. But anyway, they wanted you to feel like your life was always just going to be this spiral down effect because you kept answering the devil's call. That's why whenever this call happened, God made very sure to like, this me talking to you. I need you to pay attention. I need you to follow my word. Because you weren't bound to anything. And this is where the mental magic comes in. With this distorted masculine, you thought that this person was all your love because of course they were divinely written for them to be where your life turns around. They were written for you to have like this beautiful family. Even if it was like a same-sex couple, even if you didn't have children, you would have pets. Like it was going to be a very fulfilling prophecy that was going to fall out. But this person, in their own free volition, chose to follow the devil's path, which, again, the story of Job. Being able to have everything you want, but then the devil goes, "Oh, let's do this. I bet they won't still fucking love you if I do this." It's like, okay, well, go do it. Go. I'll prove that my child will still be with me. This is where the Three of Pentacles comes in. These three people got together. These three, these three friends got together, and just started doing devilish shit. We're talking, oh, I want to use Ouija boards. Oh, like join my cult. Oh, let's make fun of collective because they're naive and nice and yada yada this, yada yada that. Doing the same things that they would have done to you in the past cycle, but not having it affect you as much due to you having the armor of God, the buffer of God, if you will. You were a free spirit from that day that you answered the call. But they wanted you to feel trapped. That's the only reason why some of these people have an upper hand. That's why your life feels so chaotic for some of you, and for the rest of you, why your life is so blissful. It's because you've allowed yourself mentally to know that you are free from these people, and the only reason why they're acting out this way towards you is not because of the person itself, but because the entity that they have allowed to attach themselves to them, which is the devil, or Lucifer, however you want to say it. We have the actual one that they fucking may have, but I'll just flash it real quick. But they started doing things to know about like your past and shit, talking to your past friends, getting information from your family, who were all stuck in this devilish energy of, oh, collective, so yada yada this, yada yada that. I don't like collective because they did that, even though their blood, or like we adopted them into our family. We don't like them because they did this one little thing fucking 15 years ago, when they were supposed to be the chosen one. And now that they're on their path again, we need to make them look like they're not the chosen one. We need them to feel like they're not the chosen one. I'm being told to talk about the root chakras. But that's what they would do. They would attack your root chakra, make you feel unstable. For a lot of us, it started off as like a crown or third eye chakra, where like, oh, you're crazy. We're not doing spells on you. We're not doing this, that on you. We're not devilish. We're not, you're crazy. All that shit. Obviously, that would have worked if you were under the control, if you weren't a free spirit, to be able to think about things that weren't affecting you. And they couldn't get to you by just throwing those lies out. That is a very like low vibrational energy to be on. And during that low vibrational state that you used to be in, those tricks would work. So then they started using like abuse tactics from your family, and this is where you could kind of tell that something was going on, because it was the same tactics used on you over and over again. It's almost as if like, because I was even talking to a friend, and we were talking about it. It's like they're reading out of a book. They're getting the exact same instructions from everyone, because if you look back, like your family started it off with this one thing, like, oh, we can attack them this way, that way, that way, and then, oh, let's let them meet these people, and then these people reenact that same energy. You became familiar with that energy, and you were able to just discover from where it began, from who said what and what said who, and like that energy that was being sent out. If it like resonated with like, let's say like your sister fucking like left you out in the cold a lot and just avoided you, yelled at you a lot, called you names and shit. And then all of a sudden you meet someone new in your life and they do the same shit that your sister did, the same like names, the same leaving action, like the whole, oh, I'm here for you, but then I'm gonna leave randomly, like that shit. That was your sister coming in. That was your sister hang down my bed. That was your sister coming in energetically to these people and doing that. These people, by the devil, were promised houses, cars, riches. These are all people, honestly, who were down on their luck. they refused God into their life because they felt like God abandoned them. But that's not the truth. God wouldn't abandon their child. That is a mortal, that is a human thing that humans do. That is not something that a God does, especially if that God created, they would not abandon. And these people didn't understand that. They just assumed that they were abandoned because they didn't have this, they didn't have that, but they weren't acting as a good person. Their intents were ill. So of course God was gonna like give them what they wanted, but turn a slight head towards them because we're gonna give you what you want, obviously, but your intents are ill, so it's not gonna be what you want. We'll give you hints, and we'll give you what you want at the start to let you know that we're capable, but they're not gonna be there to protect you from everything. God's not gonna be there for you if you're not there for Him. It's an equal give and take, and these people were takers and not givers. You were the giver, but you were giving to the wrong energies. Thank you, Spirit. But these people, they couldn't get your crown chakra. Let's go back to that. Your crown and third eye chakra. They couldn't call you crazy for what you've seen. They couldn't destabilize your mental. They couldn't like interrupt your downloads, interrupt your connection to the divine. We're talking about interrupting your prayers. When you pray, they make noises or fucking yeah, like fucking go crazy or whatever the hell they do. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This, when you start praying, all this noise and racket starts happening. When you start trying to do something within the holy name, they start fucking acting a fool, and people around you start slamming shit and screaming and like doing all sorts of shit. They couldn't do that anymore. They realized that shit doesn't work. So they started doing rooting work on your root chakra. Oh, well, if we can't get to them mentally, we'll get to them physically. We'll attach things to their physical world to fuck them up. Well, God. From as severe as abuse and threatening to kill and harm to as small as stealing things, mocking you while in your presence, things of that nature, trying to dismantle how stable you were, making you feel like these people were going to do anything in their path to stop you. But once you realize that you were protected by God, and though they can do these things, God's not gonna let them get away with it. That stability, that understanding that everyone is the same, and that though you could do back, you don't, puts you on that spiritual platform again. They couldn't tear it with, oh my God, thank you, Spirit. They couldn't tear the building down from the top. You can't break you can't break a building from the top. You have to break a building from its fucking foundation, from the bottom. So they tried chipping away at the top, and that wasn't working. So they started attacking your foundation. And I'm not reading comments. This is a certain reading. Do not try and interact with me. I need to get this out. And that didn't work. So they start trying to attack your sacral chakra, because from your first to third chakra is where your lower vibrations, your lower energies are transmuted, so they can go up to the heart chakra where they can be healed and fixed. So they start trying to make you feel like uncomfortable, draining your creativity, making you feel like this is where these people start like going out and having like random sex with people while thinking about you. The sex magic, the tantric magic, the sensualities of things, being creative, starting to glyphs, that's writing your name out in certain ways, word magic, doing things to try and control how things are created around you. Thank you, Spirit. With the sacral chakra is all about creation. So it's how things they wanted you to create your own hellscape, because they couldn't do it themselves. They needed you to do it. Teaches geometry, liberal sciences, make great noises in warm water. So I feel like we went over that. Teaches geometry though. Yeah, they wanted, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you, Spirit. You know, the Six of Swords reversed. These people didn't want you to move on. They wanted you, when you did move on, yeah. They wanted, yeah, they wanted you to feel like you were like wrong for leaving them. They wanted to project how they felt onto you through not only the, God, this is gonna get really fucking deep. But they knew that you knew. They know that you know. Even if they're not consciously aware, they're subconsciously aware. These entities that are attached to them know that you know, due to how empathic you are, that you can pick up on their self-doubt, on their like, oh, woe is me, you know, yada yada this, I feel bad for doing this. They were trying to play on that, but they couldn't just get to your heart chakra because you block communications. They couldn't get to your third eye and to your crown chakra because you already knew what was going on. You could tell what these people's plans were and you were getting divine guidance. They couldn't attack your foundation because it was a foundation you built up on yourself, so only you could tear it away with self-sabotage. So they wanted you to be very addicted to things. They wanted you to be very like, oh, I have to like go out and like have sex all the time, or oh, like I can't create anything, or like I'm too creative. They wanted you to overwork so that you would become weak. So they could get to your heart chakra because it's a lot of energy that you're putting out. Creativity is also something that generates love. It creates that warmth energy of like, when you create something, you create it with an emotion, and emotions come from that heart space, either positive or negative. They wanted you to create that much negative energy from yourself so that they could just play on that negative energy that you put out. What do you say? Yeah, that's Medusa's head. Yeah, no, they wanted you to self-sacrifice. I just now noticed this about this demon. I swear that's Medusa's head. No, no, it is. Holy shit, yeah. They wanted you, oh shit. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They wanted you to be Medusa. Now, if you know the story about Medusa, if you don't, I'm gonna go over it. But Medusa was not a bad person. Medusa was a very beautiful, loving, sensitive person. She was one of the greatest. But her sisters, her three sisters, did not like her. And they called her a whore and a slut, a homebreaker. They abused her. They did all sorts of devilish things to her. And I believe one day she ended up, I think either, God, what was it? God, what was it? What was it? I think she might, oh God, I think she may have killed someone, or lashed out in anger. She lashed out in anger, but I don't remember if it was violent or not. I believe it was. I believe she killed her rapist. I think that's what she did. And then her sisters used that as like, oh, that's the truth. Like, Medusa is such a horrible person. Look at what she did. She killed someone. You know, all the things that came true about what they threw on Medusa became true. Yeah, she's okay. Thank you, Michelle. Jesus, I couldn't remember what it was, but it was something like sexual or like bad. But anyway, this man, I forgot the man's name, but they sent him out to kill Medusa, because of that. They witch hunted her. That was supposed to be you. These lies that they told about you, oh, you're a whore, you're a homebreaker, you're a witch, you do dark magic, yada yada this, yada yada that. They wanted you to act in that sort of way so that, boom, oh, Collective's sleeps around with everyone. Oh, Collective's out here fucking someone. Boom, she's a whore. off bat. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. The fact that someone's seen you out doing that act with someone, or the fact that you're giving that energy out to someone, it's proof. Oh, collective's very violent. They act out in rash ways. Well, you know, they were doing things to make you act out in rash ways. You act out in a rash way towards them. You beat this person up. You call them names or whatever the fuck. Oh, collective's a horrible person. Look what they did to me. I didn't, you know. Yeah, this is a setup, obviously. I mean, I didn't mean to call it that blunt, but yeah, that's the Libra in me coming out. But they were telling everyone that they could, like friends. They were willing to do anything to get you to act out in a certain way, and those plans even failed. I'm gonna show these two because they very much replicate each other so heavily. But that's the one that I feel like the head just reminds me of Medusa. I don't know if that's actually her or not, but the hair is very curly and it looks like snakes on it. And then we go to the Eight of Cups. They wanted, again, with this mirror, with all the water, the serpent, they wanted it to be like, oh, like, look at what you're making me do. You know what I'm doing, but look what you're making me do still, because you won't, yada yada this, you won't come back, so it's your fault, you walked away. They wanted to, oh God, yeah. So they couldn't get to you that way. Jesus Christ, I guess we'll talk about it then this way. So they wanted to cause storms and rough seas, to cause the depression to you. They did all these old techniques, and the last one they wanted to do was like, fuck it, we'll just make you scared and depressed that you're only gonna be here, and we'll just make you kill yourself. Like, that's as blunt as it is. They wanted you to just, you know, because the thing was, you needed to be away, either locked up, homeless, or dead. Doesn't matter what it was, they needed you in one of those three positions so they can continue this curse to go on. You obviously are still fucking here. You're obviously, or if you're not, you should be in the holy name of the Lord, praying, doing your prayers, staying blessed up, thanking your angels every fucking day, you know, just showing your gratitude. Poker face is playing right now. I think that's the only reason this is coming up. But someone's really putting on a poker face. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit. But someone they're dying inside. Because I'm even noticing it now, it's like, I feel like the mirror is facing them though. I think that mirror is facing them. That's how I'm picking it up, is this mirror is facing them, but they're looking away from it. It's mirror work. They're doing a lot of mirror magic, trying to mirror their experiences onto you, but it didn't work because you're not like them. So then they put you in positions that would make them scared, to try and put you in their energy with this mirror magic, which didn't work, obviously. I just seen an obsidian mirror like crack in my mind's eye. And whenever mirrors or like crystals crack, then it means that they take a hit for you. It means that whatever spell backfired doesn't go back to you, but it's now trapped within that. Like it's fucked. Like it backfired. It's over. It's a dud spell. To the Four of Wands. Yeah. But they're trying to keep you stuck and locked down in this energy of fear, in this energy of a low chakra vibration. Though your root chakra is very a stable one, it's also the slowest moving chakra. It's the lowest one. It's the one closest to earth. That low vibration is very easily tangible. You can have, if you don't have a strong root chakra, there's not much you can really do. I hate to break it, but your root chakra is really what keeps you stable and keeps you like up. If your root chakra is not stable, do some root chakra work. If you're always scared, do root chakra work. You can't do anything if your root chakra is out of balance. I hate to break it that way, but for a lot of people, it's that way because that's where it starts. It starts from the root to the crown. You can get the download still, but you won't be able to supply them for what they need. But with the Four of Wands, these people know that you're destined to have this divine counterpart, this brand new beginning, because they failed this mission. The devil tricked them. The devil knew that this shit wasn't gonna work. The devil was sent to hell by God for a fucking reason, because the devil wanted power. And God said, you want power, I'll send you to your own little fucking shithole that you can have power for, because you're not, because having all that power to yourself is not what we need. So you get to go down there. Michael's gonna kick your ass. You're gonna fly down there. And the devil just goes around and plays tricks and games on people to make themselves feel better, because the devil needs to feel power. These people need to feel some sort of power over you. That's why they're so hard and stuck on like doing shit to you, because they can't I don't know why I punched, like damn, that was rough. But it's like they want that power so bad over you that they're willing to do anything. So now it's like they're trying to make you mirror their own experience. Oh, I'm sad, I have money blockages, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna project that shit to you now. And that's what we've been dealing with, is just projections of these people coming into our field and being like, oh, you did this to me, don't you remember this? And this is how you're supposed to heal. This is the healing thing. If this message at any point bothers you, or the fact that I keep talking about this issue bothers you, it's because there's something inside of you that is not healed all the way. And though it's not gonna be tenfold healed instantly, there are bits and pieces that you understand that you just get divinely given to you that you need to heal from things that they are doing, from the spells that they're doing to you around these times, or parts that make you feel uncomfortable. Those are supposed to be a healing process. The whole point of tarot is like healing, to tell you the deeper meaning so you can heal. The truth will set you free. These people will never admit the truth to you. So the divine sends these readers out, these divinely chosen ones, to read so you can finally heal from this shit. Because they'll never tell you. They'll never tell you a damn thing. You'll know all along, but they'll never tell you. You have to just sit there and be like, well, fuck, I guess this person did this, this, and that. And it's like, well, yeah, we're here to tell you this is what's going on. Someone needed to hear that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but someone needed to hear that. Someone's really getting tired of me talking about this, but the reason you're tired is because there's energy inside of you that's bouncing around too often, and it's so chaotic inside of you that it's draining you, and you need to heal from that. Because if you feel drained listening to this, it's because you're not healed from it. That just means that you're pushing it away. You need to let this soak in and heal. Like, sorry, it sucks to hear it, but like, it's the truth. You're preventing yourself from hearing. No, if a lot of times it's for them. They just don't want to heal. It's parts of them, because the healing journey is not easy. Healing is knowing the truth, and the truth is blunt and honest and to the point. So of course it's going to be very uncomfortable to hear about all this shit about how people wanted you out in the cold. Just, they knew that you were destined for greater, and the fact that you went off and chose greater without them, they wanted you just dead. They wish ill will. Oh, I hope this ends for you. I hope that ends for you. I want you to crawl back to me and feel sorry for what you did. Yeah, they want you to do that. Will they ever admit it? No, they'll smile in your face. And in their head, they'll be in their sick, fucking demented minds. Oh, hee, I got collected back because I did this. Like that's what it would be like. And you would intuitively know that. And it would drain your energy. They would be able to siphon off of it. That's how it works. We're gonna get into tarot and see what tarot wants to say. Because that was just the story. That was the foundation that we just went over. For 40 minutes, that's just the foundation. So we're gonna get into tarot. See what Spirit wants us to know from tarot. Actually, we're not gonna get into tarot. We're not. Hold on. I forgot. We're gonna do Kipper first. We're gonna do the Kipper first. And then we're gonna do tarot to confirm the Kipper. I forgot. Spirit gave me like a whole thing to do. A whole, like, yeah. I split the deck, courtship and marriage, 4 and 3, 7. You've definitely, this is your karma. This is like something you put effort into. You've put a lot of work. These people are supposed to work together with you. I don't know who this is for. This is for someone. But when you were with this person and their friends, you too had the energy of royalty. Yeah, main female, held high in honor. That's you. The only this person let that power get to them, the energy of like, oh, look at us. This is how things could be. If you had me, look at all these people like looking at us and being so happy. We had journey, message of concern and bad health and imprisonment. So they went on a journey to try and get you locked up, to get you in a mental prison, but now they're in bad health because of this path they went down. You're still held in high honor. Concern reverse. You don't need any, you don't have any, don't worry. Literally, you're 33 as well. You're fine. Hold on. Yeah, 33 and 9. You complete a cycle and you're good. You're a master builder. You've built things the way you did. Don't be concerned about these people tearing shit down. 38 and 39. What is up with the synchronicity right now? This whole community was trying to tear you down. We're talking about old friends. And even if these people never met up, they all are sending that same energy, that same projection of evil eye towards you. It is a backfire ball, which is why a lot of readers keep picking up on, oh, people might come back into you and apologize because they've already been hit. They've been tapped by God for what they've done. Yeah, they're bad health, official person. Yeah. And this official person that was supposed to be with you, main female, is in bad health. They're horrible. They're in their thoughts because they're getting a message that you're still getting sudden wealth. You didn't need this person. God said, yeah, this person sold their soul to the devil. I'm glad you didn't go with them. Yeah, community, gift, and wealthy man. The community knows that you were a gift to this wealthy man. Everyone knows that you were a gift to this person. This person won't admit it themselves because obviously, besides ego and pride, it's just they feel like if they don't accept it into their reality, that God won't do anything to them. Which is not it at all. Like God's going to, like, you get your karma, but God was giving these people like smacks, like tiny little, like, you know what I mean? They just fucking bap them on the back of the head, like, the fuck you doing? Like, wake up, like, quit being this way. And they were like, oh, God's only gonna do this to me for the rest of my life. That means I can keep being a bitch to collective. No, now God's like, okay, you didn't listen, karma, go. I'm not gonna talk much about this reading. But yesterday I was doing like a little reading because this reading is gonna take me like days to do. Not this one I'm doing, but the one I'm talking about is gonna take me a few days to do. It's gonna be a fucking long one. But Chime was the first, and like Chime came to me and started like Chime's on people. I need you to know, because of yesterday, Chime has been in the energy, heavily. And I'm not talking about, oh, like they just came in, like, no, Chime told me to get her card out of the Egyptian deck and was like, listen, you gotta pull me out. I was talking about Orion as well, by the way. And if you know about Orion, then you know about Orion. But Chime came out. And Chime is the secret weapon of Ra, if you don't know. She is the one that will fuck shit up. She's part of the underworld, honey. Right? But she's cool with Isis. She's Isis tied. So though she's down there for the underworld, she's also the god of fertility. She also helps things grow. She gives off a very Hathor vibe if you need someone to compare to. But she's all about fire and destruction and bringing justice and karma. She's basically karma. But these people are in bad thoughts. They're in bad health because of your privilege later, because you are going to get sudden wealth. These people can't. These people cannot handle it. Again, privileged lady keeps popping out. No matter what these people fucking say about you, you're the privileged lady. It doesn't fucking matter. You're chosen by God. You're God's child. Claim that right now, okay? Tenfold. Claim it right. I didn't mean to get so close and serious, but claim that shit. They don't want you. First of all, they don't want you to claim it. They don't want you to believe that you're a child of God. They want you to think, oh, you're a child of God. That gives me all the right to attack you. No, if you being a child of God gives you the right to be the child of God. And that comes with a lot of power because you're responsible enough for it, honey. But this main male is in bad health. Very bad health. Because you're the official person. These copycats can't do shit. They can copy you. They can try to. Everyone knows the truth. 22 as well with the official person. 33 and 22 are out here. 55. Major changes. Okay? Hold on. What is that? 11, 12. 3 is out here as well. And then another 5 on the bottom to spare. 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2 are all out here. Listen, you're okay. Someone needs to just understand that you're okay. No matter how bad things are on the outside, continue to pray to God. Do your Psalms. Psalm 91 and 33 have been major ones that people need to do. Claim your freedom in the name of the Lord. Claim that you're washed in the blood of Jesus. Claim your rights back. The only reason these people are able to steal the only reason this fucking false person is able to steal your fortune is because you're not claiming it. You know it's yours and you're wondering when it's going to get there. You need to claim it. Though it's yours, they can't steal it. That's why whenever we get readings about them stealing it, that's because your ancestors already know that this shit's going on. Whenever a reader tells you something, that just means that your ancestors know about this and they're protecting you from this shit. So yeah, they're trying to steal shit from you, but they're unable to. It's being recorded and caught. Metatron's on their ass. Gabriel's sending the messages back and forth. You need to claim your shit back though. So yeah. Someone's getting a message of concern for going on this ending for trying to end something in the distant horizons. Courthouse and community, yeah. This community is going to be sent to the courthouse. This is spiritual court. This is 3D court. Whatever the hell it is, it's a wealthy man and a main male. And y'all slid out. Mature man, mature woman, lovers are, yeah. So this wealthy man, this main male, this mature man and mature woman, someone could be between the ages of 31 and 65. Definite ages are 56 and 53. 35 could be someone's age as well. But those are definite. This could have started happening when you were 24. This was supposed to affect you until you were 36, if you're under 36. Something about 2013, 2012. Someone was 42 in 2013. A sister. And she was, and she was doing love blockage spells on you with the lovers in bad health. Well, I've been holding these in my hands for a minute. So there's been a sister that's been doing chaos magic on your love life. This mature woman and this mature male. These people could be married, the main male and the wealthy male. There's a globe here. What is that? It's a printer. Oh, it says this is a bank teller. Okay. So there is something about your spiritual bank or your actual bank, regardless of what it is, there is a bank involved that this wealthy man has been trying to steal from with this false person. Why is CM popping up everywhere? What the fuck? Why are there, I'm just now noticing that. There are CMs everywhere on these cards. There's an M, I don't know if you can see, but there's an M in that light bulb. And then there's NCM in here with and there's a Taurus symbol, if you can see it. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then there's another CM in this book. CM is significant. I don't know who the fuck is CM. These could be, someone's name could be Christopher, Christina. This could be someone's mom. This is about like the Christian faith, like Baptist something. But CM is everywhere. I don't know, like, I mean, I know that's his initials as well, who made this deck, but it's like, it's not on every, no, it is on every card. But CM is significant. Because that, like, Spirit's drawing me to that heavily. Because I'm just now noticing that. But I've always knew, like, I knew on some cards there are CM, but Spirit's drawing my attention to every CM on the card. Every CM that's written is like out. This could be someone's Christian mother. That's what I'm hearing. So this is definitely to do with like a Christian faith, and it's his family. But this family is under some adjudication. Is there? No, there's not another card. Okay. But there is a family that is under like, yeah. Was that courthouse on that split too? The first one? Yeah, it was. Courthouse and occupation. These family members could have tried to get you arrested as a child or tried to get you arrested when you were 32. What the fuck? Yeah, but they went on a journey and they were was expecting you to message them out of concern or try to they were expecting a message of concern about you being in bad health. But all they're doing is getting a message about you working in this marriage. They've been doing this since you were a child, trying to keep you in this mental prison. There's 3 there. Yeah. That someone was trying to keep you locked in a prison since you were 7. A lot of mirror work has been done from this mature woman. This is a sister. Pathway coffin. This sister was trying to cause endings to your journey, to the path you were going down. They wanted everything to end in that path. They were gonna stop at nothing just until they were expecting you to be dead or something to end in your life, but it hasn't. So now they're scared. These family members may be coming, these family members know that you're on a journey to get sudden wealth and that you're getting your gifts. These people are gonna get arrested. They're getting messages of going into poverty and they're in their fucking thoughts about this. They're in great despair. But this sister was I keep hearing, where's my money? Someone was a hitman was promised money and they failed to do it, but it's like, I still want my fucking money. Or someone's not getting their money back from like a practitioner. Thank you for the confirmation with that train. I've just, as before that train, sorry, I don't know if you can even hear the train, but before it started blowing its horn, I heard the devil's game's over. And then immediately after I like consciously like thought about it, the train hit. So the devil's game's over. The devil's lost. I forgot all about the mind control. I forgot all about the mind control. These people, and I also forgot to mention this. God, thank you, Spirit. Someone also wanted to be strung out on drugs. So if you had like, no, here, let me start off with this. You might have started off doing drugs, experimenting, and then got off on the wrong hand, or you just kept doing one over and over again as like a crutch. This could just be as simple as fucking weed, honey, and just smoking weed 24/7. They wanted that to be a bad imprint on you. They wanted you to be like, oh, you're always high and you don't do anything. You just sit around and you're lazy all the time. That's how they wanted to project onto you. So when you were high around these people, that's what they would project around you, because you were in such a mentally vulnerable state. I can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles, they wanted you addicted. They wanted you bound. They wanted you to have addictions, to be stuck somewhere. They wanted to infiltrate you. Magician reverse. Doing all sorts of mental manipulations to you. Fucking sending negative energy your way when you're... I can't make it up. Sending you negative energy your way when you're high. Sending you all sorts of shit. Knowing that, you know... Just knowing what they were doing, that's the worst part. And you may have even caught up on people, because it's not like you're stupid when you're high. When you're chosen and you decide to disconnect from your body, from your ego in that point, some of us do end up getting connected easier. Not saying that smoking weed's a bad thing, okay? Let me just fucking put that out there, because some of y'all are gonna be like, ah, you know what I mean? But do what you need to do to get you connected to the Most High, the easiest way, but do it in moderation. The fact that these people had any power over you is because you were doing it in addiction. You didn't have self-control. You didn't have self-restraint in the past. So if you have that self-restraint, go for it. You know, Spirit's not telling you that you're gonna go to hell. We're on this earth to experience shit. And doing drugs is an experience, honey. Like, it's just part of an experience. That doesn't mean go out and fucking do meth, honey. You know, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between like medical and then just doing shit to do shit, okay? But Spirit wants you to know, like, if you were using those for like medical uses or for like ritualistic uses, that it's fine to, but you were just around people who had negative energy, and Spirit was trying to teach you and let you understand and know, hey, these people are not good for you because you feel this certain way around them. And then the messages kept getting more and more until they were on the physical plane, and then you were like, shit, fuck me. But do what you need to do. Do it in moderation, do it in safety. That doesn't just mean think that you're safe 24/7. Just because you claim to be under God's wing doesn't mean God's not going to let things attack you. Weapons will form, but they won't prosper, okay? So just, like, don't just hear me say shit and then go off on your own volition. Like, you have your ancestors and God to talk to. I'm just telling you what I'm being told to tell you. Just because I say that you can do something doesn't mean that you can. Talk to your fucking ancestors. I'm just saying something in the whole vast sea of words that are being fed to me, that's the most stagnant one. And thank you for that donation, Timothy. So don't forget to consult your ancestors and shit. Don't just assume, oh, well, I can do this because even though I'm under spiritual attack, I can know, like, be careful still, because you're in that tangible state where you have access to spirit. Not all spirits are good, and not all spirits are like, spirits are tricksters. There's tricksters out there. There's trickster spirits. There's fucking mimics and all sorts of shit. So be careful. We had the Hierophant reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah. These people know that they are just... But you prove these people wrong. That's the biggest thing. These people sit on a high pedestal thinking that they're close to God. They think that they think that they're the most lovely. Like, I'm a nice person. I'm just being mean to you because you're not in my life. And I think that I'm no, listen, you're butt buddies with the fucking devil. I'm sorry to break it to you that way, but I've said it forever, and I will never quit saying it. But you are butt buddies with the devil. Okay? karmics out there who think that you all that in a bag of chips and you pissed off about why collective has left you, it's because God has removed them from your life. So you realize that, sadly, you're the issue. Secondly, you have entity attachments that need to be dealt with. And they're supposed to be proving that, because the reason you feel this devilish way about collective is because the devil inside of you is lashing out, okay? You might need an exorcism. You might want to go talk to someone about that, okay? Because you shouldn't be using a fucking Ouija board every night, especially on, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this at all. I don't know who, like, someone out there needs to understand. The more you do something, the more energy you put into something, the more susceptible it becomes, the more powerful it becomes. The fact that you're putting all this energy in that Ouija board, that's your energy that you're putting into a board to talk to spirits. They will 10 times easier get attached to you because you're not doing the right shit. You're probably not even closing out the Ouija board the way you're supposed to. You're probably just fucking, oh, I'm done talking to spirit, and throwing the Ouija board away. Like putting it back in its box. Those spirits are still out. They're fucking, you didn't end the call. They're on the other end of the line like, are you gonna fucking answer or not? And they come to your door, knock on it. Because you still have them summoned. You didn't fucking end the call for some of them. Understand what you're doing before you do it. You're not as smart as you think. Just because you've seen it on a movie doesn't mean it's real. I mean, just because you've seen it in a movie doesn't mean that's the way you do it. There are rules and regulations on this earth, on this realm, that have like, you have to end something. It's the same thing for summoning angels. If you don't, you have to end that communication. You're dragging them from a realm and putting them here. They're not all going to be very happy to be here. The High Priestess on the bottom. Know what you're doing, please. I don't have time to explain all the ins and outs of every fucking thing. I don't. But these people, like, they wanted you to seem like you were stupid. So they jumped the gun. And they're like, oh, I know how to do this. Oh, I know how to talk to spirits. Oh, I have my spiritual throne. I have a really good connection with God. Oh, I'm a channeler. I can channel all the time. No, you can't. Do you know how much energy it takes to channel something? For a lot of people, it takes a lot. Depending on like where you're at and who you're channeling, it takes a lot of energy. It's not all hee hee ha ha funs and games when you channel. It's a very like, oh, what the fuck experience. Like, I don't know. A lot of it just goes back to people, oh, I want to be in a cult because the cult sounds fun to be in. Sure, it sounds fun, doesn't it? It sounds really fun. Oh, wow, I get to have all these glamours and golds. But what you don't realize is you don't get to have happiness. All that shit don't matter if you're not happy. You sell your soul, that's your happiness. That's your personality gone. You're nobody. You're whatever entity decided to attach itself to you. Greed, whatever. The seven deadly sins, which one do you choose? Greed, gluttony, lust, fucking all of them. Now you're pissed off, you got wrath on your end. That's Lucifer. You happy? Like, it's like you've opened up your vessel for all these entities to go. Because you hear, oh, you know, it's easier to be with the devil. Like, at least I won't have to feel my emotions. Well, what the fuck, why are you here? Why are you on this realm if you're not here to learn and feel and experience? Why did you come down? Did you want to? Did your soul sign up to experience the demons like attacking you? No, they knew this was going to happen because sadly on this realm you need a balance of both. But it's your free will. You can, though your soul signed that contract to be like, oh, I want to do devilish shit. You can have the free will being like, nah, I don't want to. I mean, you have that free will, but the devil rips that from you. Now you don't have a choice. Now you feel shitty because it's not just the energy of, oh, like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. It's like, yeah, I feel bad for doing this. It's the energy of anger and sadness together when these readings come out like this. Because they know what the fuck they're doing is bad. But can they stop it? No. They can't stop. It's a tick. These entities, these demons mock them and bully them. Put thoughts in your head. Oh, look at collective. They're doing better than you. Why don't you do this spell to hurt them? Yeah, fuck collective. I'll do this death spell on them. And then they do that death spell on them. Oh, it didn't work. Better luck next time. Ha 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 ha. You suck at doing magic. The devil mocks you. And then you sit there depressed, snapped out of it. Fuck. Like, why'd I do that? That was a horrible decision. Now my life's going downhill. But now I'm pissed off because it's the cycle that you're stuck in. And it's like you sold your free will so you can't break it. That's why it's important. Confirmation of the horn. That's why it's important to know what you're doing. Like, you can't. I don't know. They learn. I hope they. This is the thing, though. After this cycle's up for them, they got another shot. God gives infinite chances. God's not gonna keep you in a hellhole and punish you. God gave Lucifer a chance. Like, you want to come up, and he said, "No, fuck you. I want all the power." Okay. Keep the power. Keep all that power to yourself, buddy. Keep doing it. Congratulations. That's what you get. Like, that's your day. You really, like, you want it. You want to keep, like, go for it. Go, sure. Like, I'm not the devil. I'm not gonna fucking force you to do something. I'm just gonna give you the option to do better. And I'm like, shit, you don't want to do better? You don't have to do better. Like, that's the thing. We pray for these people to heal. We pray for them to get better, but do they want to? Do they truly want to? No. Thinking about all that shit they did, thinking about all that, it's going to hurt them way more. Not way more, but they feel like it is. Anyway, the Three of Swords is here, like, even talking about it. Thank you, Spirit. They're heartbroken because this fucking shitty offer that they've been trying to make, because they're stuck in a cycle of lust as well. They know what they did was fucked up, but they can't stop wanting to come into your energy. And the only way they can come into your energy is if you self-sabotage and allow them to attach to your heart chakra, which is not going to work, which is why they don't have any forward movement to you, which is why they're losing everything. They signed the contract, and you didn't. You worked on yourself. You got in a contract with God. You had a rebirth. The tables flipped. You avoided this conflict that this Empress Reverse was doing to you. Emperor Reverse on the split is as soon as I did that as well. Like, this person not only sold their... They didn't just sell... It's a self-fulfilling prophecy with the Nine of Swords, but they didn't just jump off their pedestal of their own, like... They got off their spiritual throne to try and overtake yours. Thank you, Spirit. These clicks are coming in more and more. But they jumped off their throne to take yours because they knew how highly regarded you were. Regarded, not regarded. Regarded. So either this Empress Reverse or this Emperor Reverse guided, I'm picking up as the Emperor Reverse, but someone guided someone to take your spiritual throne. Oh, it'd be easy. We can do this, and that. I have this book. This spell used to work. You know, this spell works on all these other people. Here, look at all these people in my book that I've been crossing out, that I've been hurting through my spells. Like, we can just add their name to this book too. No, you can't. You fucked up. That moment that they decided that they want to do that, without your knowledge or not, the second that it was said, oh yeah, we can tear collective down, sure, let's do it, it'd be easy. Written in the book. Metatron, okay, that's what you said. Gabriel was there, fucking sent that message to the courts, yo, they wanted to do this is the contract. We good? Mihail was there, yeah, that sounds, I mean, shit, they signed it, didn't they? That's their right, that's their name, they signed it. All right. And they sent it to God, and God goes, okay, word. You want to sign away? Cool, awesome. We'll let collective know, see what they want to do, but you know, that's what they wanted to do. Because let's just admit something. You didn't make your choice first. You did not make your choice first. You didn't know what the fuck was going on. You were blind. You were wearing your rose-colored glasses. You didn't know that these people were out to hurt you at any point. But then God started showing you tidbits of information. Hey, this person is doing this to you. Oh, hey, you're getting attacked by black magic. It's this person. Oh, someone's cheating on you, and they're cheating on you with this one person as well. Like, they gave you tidbits of information, like, hey, we're trying to help you. You answered my call, and part of the call on my contract is I'm gonna give you information. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and even though that truth hurts and you got to heal from it, we're here to help. So yeah, like you got all this information. It fucking just devastated you, but they thought that they were the ones devastating you. The truth of the matter is you hurt yourself. You was like, fuck, I knew this about so and so. I just felt it, but I still ignored it. But that was the test that God wanted to put you through. Will you listen to your intuition? Will you trust me? Prince of Wands, will you have enough passion to move forward? You've pushed on through worse. Can you push on through this? And you did. Though you weren't told of everything that was going to happen to you, you changed the course of your life. You took control, which is something that these people never thought you could do. They thought that you were going to be this codependent, like, marshmallow that they could just fucking squish or burn any moment of their life. They didn't expect you to get up and pull your big boy, big girl pants up and fucking boss up. They thought you were just gonna stomp all over you for the rest of your life. And this is gonna be so fun. We get to manifest out their energy. We don't have to worry about going to fucking hell or purgatory because they self-sacrificed. No, you changed the script. You're like, yeah, I know your plan. You just want to use my energy for everything. Cool. I just won't let you have my energy anymore. You wanted to make the choice to try and hurt me. I'll make the choice to stay the fuck away from you. And if you have any issues, talk to the man upstairs about it because he has a contract with your name written in red ink saying that you wanted to do this shit. So maybe you should have thought twice before letting your ego take over and signing that shit. Like, these people, they don't understand. Because they planned this. They planned this with so many people. Yeah. Meanwhile, while they were planning, while they were playing against your demise, you were trying to figure out how you were gonna heal. You were getting messages from God, getting into your spiritual gifts, getting readings, getting tarot, like all sorts of shit that was spiritual. You were getting your level ups, and these people are like, yeah, we know that collective's in this energy. And they're very codependent. Yeah, literally. Thank you for this. 5-5 is here too. That's funny. But like these people are plotting on you in your old energy, and that's why you kept getting messages. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's conflict going back to them. Don't worry, because they were plotting on your old energy. You weren't in that energy. They were plotting on your fucking soft, malleable side. So, oh, fuck, like, why, am I gullible for falling for this shit? Yeah, you are. Like, collectively, we all leveled up pretty fucking quick. They didn't expect this to happen. That's the power of God. That was this first smack on the back of the head. Wake up, dumbass. They're not in that old energy anymore. You can't do it. Oh, okay, so let's talk to collectives like friends and see how they used to get to them and shit like that. Like, they don't understand how energy works. They can't control their own energy. When they send these spells out, their energy is so chaotic that it won't even hit their intended target. Though it comes close to you, if you have control of your energy, that shit doesn't do anything. Yeah, it goes towards you, but you can redirect it right back to its sender. Will they know it hit them? Of course they won't know it hit them until it's too late. And it's not you doing anything ill either. You're just returning it back to sender. That's their karma, is that they're immature. They're childish. They have much to learn. They have much to learn. To come towards you, who has gone through all of this learning, all these trials and tribulations, and is still standing up high and mighty on your pedestal as you should be, you've learned a lot. Which is why Spirit says just relax. Don't worry, like relax, break, tend to your own garden now. Because these people are just doing the same bullshit, plotting on old energy. Don't feed into it. These people want your spiritual throne. They want to copy you. They want what you have. They will go through all the trials and tribulations that you have. God says, okay, God is listen, here's the biggest thing that a lot of people need to get in their head about God. God doesn't say no to anyone. God gives you what you want if you really want it, but He gives it in you to the way that you need. He gives it the way that you need, not the way that you want. You want Collective's throne? We won't give you their throne, but we'll give you an elevation for sure. But you need to learn these lessons. You need to learn how to respect. You need to learn self-control. You need to learn how to heal. Will you do those? If you do, yeah, you're promised it. You wanted it so fucking bad, you're promised it. But will you work for it? If you have an independent business, they didn't know the trials and tribulations of you going through that business. They just watched your business blow up. It was time for your business to shoot up. Oh, I'm jealous because Collective's business is bigger than mine. Well, you still have a lot to learn. A lot to learn. If that's your first response, get over yourself. Get over yourself because you're blocking yourself from a lot. If you cannot feel grateful for someone that has more and or less than you, you need much to learn. Thank you for the donation. Oh my God, and thank you, Michael, for the confirmation of the fire truck. But they don't get this. They don't understand it. Oh, Collective gets anything that they want because Collective's gone through hell and back. And we've had faith and we keep our faith strong. So of course we're fucking favored. Of course we're favored. All that faith we put in the man upstairs comes back to us. Tenfold. Anything stolen from us will be given back 7 times more, 7 times fold. Everything that they did to us is given back to them 7 times. Train horn again. Thank you, Spirit. It's over. It doesn't matter what these people say. 7 likes. 7 here. Listen, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on this. Because I will talk about 7 all day long. But if y'all don't know about the number 7, look up the 7 in the Bible. Look up the meaning of 7. The 7's God. 7 is a beautiful number, okay? Why do you think there's 7 chakras? Why do you think, just let's connect it together. I'll talk about it on some other time or maybe in the group chat at some point. But right now, that's not the message. But these people, they don't understand. They think that you're flashy. They think that you just think you're better than everyone. You know that you're so blessed. Yeah, we know that we're fucking blessed, but do we go out with our blessings and make fun of people? No. We're grateful every damn day for these blessings. We know that this is the thing. These people fear God. We respect God. There's the difference. We don't just sit, oh God, what's God gonna do to me this time? Oh, what's God gonna do for us this time? Is our reaction. But we know that if we do wrong, we have a lot of shit to face up. And thank you for the donation on Cash App, honey. Thank you so much. But we know what will happen if we fuck up. We have a throne to sit on. We have the gifts. We are able to hold that power. Why do you think there's certain readers? Why do you think readers are readers? They are able to give these messages out with that. That's a lot of fucking power to talk to spirit. You know that there's a lot with knowledge comes power. You can't just have all this power and not know what to do with it. You need to control yourself. You need to be able to control your energy. And you can even look back in my old videos. I didn't know what the fuck I knew what I was doing, but I needed to control my energy more. I needed to learn how to do that shit. It's like you need to learn how to control your anger, how to control certain things, but you also need to learn how to stand firm on what you know and what you believe. That's all that faith is testing you with, is staying firm. All that God wants you to do is grow and learn. There are new boundaries every day that are made and broken. Every day. Oh, I don't know if I can do this today is your first boundary that you have to get over. Oh, I know I can do this today is the first hurdle that you have to get over. Because that's what you were supposed to do and learn. Oh, I don't know if I can do this, and that, even though I said I was going to. Well, that's your first lesson. You said you can do it. You know you can. Just ask God for help. He got you. Because you said you wanted to do it. You have the energy and there's things to do so. So do it. All that stress, all that chaotic energy. If you learn how to control that, if you learn how to like understand that fear is a motivator and fear is not to like scare you away from things, and all this anxiety, all it is just pent up energy. If you learn how to focus and control that, you're unstoppable. That's all God's trying to teach you. That's all. That's all. And like these people don't understand that. They get anxious. I still bite my nails, so I'm not here making fun of people who bite their nails. It's a thing you have to quit doing. But they'll fucking sit there, bite their nails, and like fucking suck their thumbs, and then I have to do a fucking spell to get back at them. I can't sit here and deal with my emotions. Why not? Because you know you've done bad. Because now you have to keep doing it over and over again to make yourself seem like it's delusional. What energy was it? There's the energy in the animal deck. I think it's, I don't know, I'm going to read it out real quick. Yeah, the black egg, this is all about the truth. When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things that others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories just to justify our subpar behavior. We may even try to convince ourselves that we had no inner truth at all. The truth is always there, but if you can't face the truth and heal from it, like, okay, you just can't do it. Cool, that's your first boundary to get over. Nothing wrong with it. Everyone does. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with not having faith, because you had to build that up. But to keep blaming it on yourself, and to keep, with the fucking Ace of Swords too, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. They need to understand that God's not going to let things hurt you. God is here to teach you lessons. God's here to make you stronger. God wants to set you free, but you must first be willing. Your Akashic records, honey, they want to find out what your lessons are so that they can I'm going to learn how to do this first so that I can have what every collective has. You just gotta keep trucking. The name of the game is just keep swimming. But mama, I feel like that's the reading. I don't know what else. The Queen of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pigs, Queen of Discs upright, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Someone was just jealous. It's just jealousy. It's just jealousy and envy. But it's more than that. It's entity attachment. It's fucking all sorts of shit. It's why you don't listen to the devil. It's just God is showing you how you used to be and showing you how far you came, despite you not doing black magic on your shit. Maybe you didn't do black magic. Maybe you're not even into magic at all, but the way you used to act towards people is being mirrored back to you right now. And God is telling you to relax because he's got you. But look at what these people are doing. Look how much you've grown. Because these people are literally mirroring your old energy. They put themselves in your old energy by doing all this fucking mirror magic in your old energy. They're just mirroring how you used to be. Be grateful. Be grateful. Because here's the thing. What they're doing to you and your energy is not you. It's what they would do. You would do 10 times worse. Which is why God is showing you. Look at what they're doing to you. And you know what you could do to these people. You know that, these people couldn't do shit to you, but you could do a shit ton of things to them. You could break them down with words just as easy as they could throw that fucking bibbity bop at you. But God's showing you, look how much you've grown. Look how much you've healed. And look at where these people are. These people are mimicking your shadow side so you can heal. Allow that to be the message. But all this manipulation, all this woe is me, that used to be you. Oh, why is this happening to me? Oh, I'm going to cry about this. Oh, I'm going to this, and that. It's being mirrored back to you for a reason. It's to teach you and to show you, hey, you're not that bad person that so-and-so is trying to make you out to be. You're actually a very good person. And I'm glad that you listened to my call because now you get to relax while these people are in stress. But I think that's the message. I'm going to get into the animal cards. And then the angel cards, and then I'm gonna end it there. But I feel like that we dug into what we needed to dig into. I feel good. I will say as well, I'm gonna be doing the getting back to the readings today, as I posted in the community tab, but I'm doing them in order from who's got them first till now. So if you got a reading from me from like February 28th, and you haven't got that yet, I'm getting to it. I've just been so overwhelmed. But I'm getting all the readings. They're all in the book still. I have everyone written down. I don't, I am here to help always, but I needed to rest. It was something like, I literally woke up and I tried to record and I was like, I can't even fucking, like, my energy was so out of whack. I would have been pissed off. It would have been not a good reading. So if you ask me for a reading and I haven't got back to you, just know that it's like, I'm not ignoring it. I'm not trying to scam you. I'm always taking readings. I have a list, and it's like, I'll tell you like around when you can expect it. There's usually like a 1 day turnaround, but since I have like a backlog right now, it's gonna be like by the end of the week. I feel like I'll have all the readings that I get caught up, but I always have readings open. I would just go on energetic breaks more often though, because like I just needed a break. It was getting too much. I didn't realize how much energy of others I had, even though I was sending it back to them with love and light, and even though I was doing my cleanses, I was still holding on to a lot of burdens that I didn't need to hold on to. So I'm just being a little bit more easy on myself with the readings. Because I used to like pump them out and put myself before others, and that's just a lesson I had to learn. And though I thought I learned how to do it, God really put it in my fucking face that no, you didn't learn how to put yourself first. Because now you have like 12 readings and you're trying to get them all at one day, and you can't do that. So now you're overwhelmed and stressed. So I took me a 2 day break, and I'm back better than ever. So yeah, we're all learning lessons. We're all learning, but I don't scam. I do get your readings back always in tenfold. If you don't get it back immediately, if you need it immediately, let me know and we'll talk about it. But like, other than that, like, breaks are important. Breaks are important. But yeah, we're gonna get to the animal cards, and then we're gonna get, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, hello. Sorry. One of my favorite cards popped out again. I love it. I'm gonna shuffle one more time, and we're gonna get to the animal cards. And then the angel cards, of course. Okay. Y'all wanted to pop out like that. I feel like that's good energy. I feel like this is it. Oh yeah. Let's get into the animal cards. We have at least one of every energy out, which is nice. But we're gonna begin out with earth energy, which we only have one of, which is mouse. And mouse is detail-oriented, small-minded, and nitpicky, as well as nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more meaningful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. When imbalanced, organized, resourceful, and prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose, to bring into balance a meaningful project. And then we have, here we go, water energy. We have quite a few water energy actually. We have stingray, developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what the choice is made now, it is inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again, as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. When in balance, eager, wants to grow. When out of balance, blames others and quits. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. I'm even able to talk more now. I don't get tongue-tied as much, which is good. Fuck. The more I think about it, the more I needed it. Oh shit. Word? Hold on. Oh. Okay, this isn't a message for y'all, but Spirit just smacked me in the face with the message. I'm talking about shit. Okay. The frog, clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first month of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on the land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted or running on empty. To bring into balance a lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. And then we have shark energy, which is directness, exposure, revealing true nature, and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes us over when we are hesitant to be honest, or to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. To bring out of balance, sneaky and destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. Not honest. To bring into balance, honesty. Okay. We have fire energy with hyena. Humor, wit, and sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide all resentments in relationships or to mask things you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? When in balance, charming, witty, fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, and suspicious. To bring into balance, sobriety. We have tarantula. At a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner voice. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When out of balance, follows intuition. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. And to bring into balance, daily journaling. We have... Oh, that's the B. We have air energy with the dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind as it's always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, and magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. Where did moth go? What the hell? Did I skip moth? Oh, moth is literally the first card. LOL. Moth, impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we are attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. When unbalanced, enthusiastic, and whimsical. When out of balance, idolizes other and jittery. To bring into balance, finish a project. And then we have my favorite card in the deck. Ooh. Okay, bet. We have Cosmic Egg, which is completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. And I read your comment. That's why I said okay, bet for Vanessa. But the Cosmic Egg is the final card of the journey, in the journey of the Animal Spirit deck. And it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. The state emerges after we have tread a path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not yet been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It is through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but does not end. The cosmic egg and the 7th chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called the Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy at the base of the spine upwards towards Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras play an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. Yeah. There's a lot about the pyramids that a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of people just doing shit with Egypt. A lot of people need to stop messing with Egypt. I'll leave it at that. But we're gonna get into your angel cards, which they are very more fluid now, thank goodness. I'm so glad these are falling together now more fluid. And I even mentioned Mikael. Here he is. Let's go. Let's say, hey, Mikael. Thank you for showing your face, honey. Good. Let's go. All right, but you know the rule, spirit 7 times, face up. Okay. Well, I mean, that does make sense. There's not that many angels today, which makes a lot of sense. I did get a download of needing to leave ASAP for a reason. So there's not many angels out here, which is not a bad thing. That just means that there's the angels at the beginning as well that I called out are part of this message as well. So you can go back and listen to those names if you please. But everything's good in the spiritual realm. Like, I feel like I keep hearing court's in session. So court may be in session right now. We have Messiah, God the Savior. Rectification helps one live in peace with everyone. Seraphim, Psalms 34:5. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. The person born under Messiah learns all that they desire with ease, has an attractive face and character, and is happy with honest pleasures. Messiah helps you to live in peace with the entire world. Soul guardian of those born 1:20 a.m. to 1:40 a.m. Moral guardian of those born March 24th, June 4th, August 15th, October 26th, or January 6th. Physical guardian of those born April 9th through 13th. We have Hakamia, the Raising God. Loyalty, delivery of those who seek to oppress and brings victory. O Lord God of my salvation, I have cried day and night before thee. The person born under this angel will be frank and loyal, and will have a brave character, and be sensitive to the points of honor and passion. Hakamia protects against traitors and gives victory and deliverance from those who seek to oppress us. Sole guardian of those born from 5 a.m. to 5:20 a.m. Moral guardian of those born April 4th, June 15th, August 26th, November 6th, or January 17th. Physical guardian of those born June 3rd through 7th. Hallelujah. God the good in himself, goodness. Protection, prevents discovery of secret crimes and saves exiles. Thrones, Psalm 147:11. The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him, and those that hope in his mercy. Those born under this angel will love truth and the sciences and will be sincere in their words and actions. Hallelujah. Obtains the grace and mercy of God, rules over exiles and prisoners, works against the discovery of secret crimes, and protects from animals and assassins. Sole guardian of those born 7:40 a.m. to 8 a.m. Moral guardian of those born April 12th, June 23rd, September 3rd, November 14th, or January 25th. Physical guardian of those born July 13th through 17th. There are a lot of new noises happening in here, which I'm taking as a very good sign because it makes me feel very happy. Asalaya, God the just judge. Contemplation. This is why I heard courts in session. Makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Thank you. Just a lot of new electrical noises that have never happened in this room before. Like I've been in here forever. It sounds like it's like an electrical humming, so it's very like pleasing. It gives off the feeling of gray, if that makes sense. I have synesthesia, so I very much sense colors and see colors when I hear certain noises. But virtues, Psalms 92:5. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Those born under Asalaya will have an agreeable character and will desire the acquisition of secret knowledge. Asalaya will help you with the praising of God and the growing towards him, governs justice and makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Sole guardian of those born 3:20 p.m. through 3:40 p.m. Moral guardian of those born May 5th, July 16th, September 26th, December 7th, or February 17th. Physical guardian of those born November 5th through 9th. And then last but not least, we have Michael, God, Father the generous. Fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. Virtues, Psalms 98:2. The Lord hath made known his salvations. His righteousness hath he openly shewed in the sight of the heathen. Those born under Michael will be passionate for love and will love walking in all the pleasures in general. Michael preserves the peace between married couples and gives protection, premonition, and secret inspiration. Sole guardian of those born 3:40 p.m. through 4 p.m. Moral guardian of those born May 6th, July 17th, September 27th, December 8th, or February 18th. Physical guardian of those born from November 9th through 14th. Wow. That was a detox. I don't know what the hell. But thank you all so much for being here. I love you all to the moon and back. I really do. Thank you all again for like the donations, all the support, everything. It blows me away. But if you are new and you like the vibe, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified whenever I go live, post videos, or post on a community tab. If you want to email me for a reading, do so, but just know there's going to be a bit of a waiting time. If you want to email me for protective services, sigils or runic work, I do those. If you want to just email me for whatever, just to tell me your story or like to communicate, or you want to be part of the Google chat, email me, I'll add you to it. If you would like to donate like the lovely people have on this stream, I have links in the description, Cash App, email, PayPal. You can also become a member or do supers. Whatever's up to you. But if you don't want to do any of those or you can't, don't worry, because your energetic donations mean above all. Your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, getting the messages out is all I care about, because Mama, the name of the game is to heal, grow, and learn and evolve, and that's what we're here to do. I don't give a fuck about the money. It is literally a bonus to me, because I just love helping people grow and heal, and that's what we're here to do. That is all, like, and I've been doing that, and I'm very grateful that I've been successful in that. So thank you all so much. I love all of you all to the moon and back, and I'm praying. I pray for all of y'all. I want y'all to know that. I don't think I used to say it all the time, but I've took it a while off. But I always pray for everyone. I pray for everyone in the collective, like, just to be healed, to be taken care of, to see the light of God, for like justice to be served. Like, it's something that we need to do as a collective, is to not only watch out for ourselves, but to pray for others, because that truly shows like who you are. If you truly only pray for yourself, it's kind of selfish. To pray for others who are in need of prayer but don't know how to pray or can't pray or just choose not to pray is a selfless service that a lot of people need to get into. But regardless, I love each and all of y'all to the moon and back, and I will see you all later. Take care of yourself, drink water, meditate, do what you need to do, honey, because you're on the right path for a reason, okay? But I'll see you all later. Stay blessed, stay healthy.